in any capacity. Because when we are talking about the highest spectrum, malignant narcissists and sociopaths, they can become extremely dangerous and destructive towards someone at the drop of a hat. So it's critically important to know the signs of this type of woman so that you can identify them and get away from them in the fastest way possible without alarming them to the fact that you are becoming aware of who and what they are. But first, if you are new to this channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me, please visit my website. It's linked in the description below. First, let's explain and define exactly what a malignant narcissist and sociopath are. When we are talking about this dangerous personality type, we are talking about people who possess 3 different parts to their personality disorder. So let's explain these 3 distinctive parts. The first part of their personality disorder is narcissistic personality disorder. So they will have the addiction to narcissistic supply and the addiction to feeling special. Next, the second part of the personality disorder is technically called antisocial personality disorder, or as it's referred to by many, sociopathy or psychopathy. And this means they do not have a functioning conscience. These are people who truly do not experience feelings of empathy, compassion for others, shame, guilt, regret, or remorse. So these are people who do not have any internal moral compass as normal people do, and certainly highly empathetic people do, which are usually the ones that these people target. So they have no internal moral compass that keeps their behavior honorable. They do not feel those emotions. And the third part of the personality disorder is called Machiavellianism. And this is the part of the personality disorder that is extremely manipulative, cunning, and sadistic, which means these people can gain great satisfaction and gratification from the suffering and destruction of other people, especially if they feel you have crossed them or disrespected them in some manner. So clearly, when you take the fact that they do not have any feelings of guilt, remorse, regret, with the fact that they are sadistic individuals, then you must conclude these people have and will execute extremely dangerous, exploitative, and destructive behaviors given the opportunity. So what we must do is remove them from our lives so they don't have the opportunity to do something horrible to us. So now let's talk about some of the very common signs that will alert you if you have one of these extremely dangerous women involved in your life. One of the first signs you will see is that these women are extremely competitive. These women have a burning desire to be the best at anything that can be judged in her life. So it could be that she wants to be viewed as the most beautiful woman compared to the other women involved in her life. Or it could be that she wants to be viewed as the most intellectual, or to be viewed as the most wealthy and rich woman in her community. Essentially anything that she values as important, she will want to be viewed as the winner of that particular thing. And it also could be many things that she wants to be viewed as the best at. So what happens if in her mind someone else is being viewed as the best at something she wants or the winner for a particular situation? What happens to the people that she views as better than her? This usually means that she will start trying to methodically and calculatingly dismantle and destroy the person's life she views in this manner. So it's not uncommon for her to start a nasty smear campaign where she attempts to just absolutely destroy this person's reputation. She may try to undermine or lie about this person's accomplishment. accomplishments, insinuating that this person has done something underhanded or even illegal to get to the position he or she is in. Basically, she will stop at nothing to ruin this person's status so that she can step in and be viewed as the best or the winner. Nothing is more important to these dangerous women than winning. And because she has no conscience, she is capable of doing horrible things to anyone she views as competition. Next, these dangerous women are consumed and obsessed with their appearance. They are completely superficial and they love to have very lavish material things. These women have no substance, they have no true identity, and their priorities will not be focused on things that most people truly value, like their relationships, their family, or the well-being of their children. These women aren't concerned about those things in the least, unless, of course, they see some inherent value in it for themselves. So these women are the definition of high maintenance. They will be consumed with acquiring material things, and they want to make sure that they have things that are viewed as better than anyone else that they know. They are also usually consumed with their status. They are typically flashy and usually will use their sexuality to their advantage. So it's not uncommon for these women to dress in a provocative manner. It's not uncommon for them to flirt with someone else's spouse or partner in an effort to get something from them that they want. Many times these women will be serial cheaters. They do not have a loyal bone in their body, and they are absolute opportunists. They have no problem exploiting and taking advantage of anyone or any situation. And by the way, this includes their own children. When I say they are loyal to no one, I do mean no one but themselves and their own objectives. No one is truly safe around a woman like this. Another very common trait of this type of dangerous female narcissist is that she will have a complete and utter disregard for the boundaries of others, including her intimate relationships. She loves to try and triangulate and pit people against each other. Many times she will keep her old boyfriends around and maintain inappropriate closeness with her exes. Usually this is to try and triangulate her current partner against an old flame. Again, this woman will be incredibly promiscuous and inappropriately flirtatious with other people who are not her intimate partner. These women need multiple sources of narcissistic supply. It's also not uncommon for this woman to be flirtatious with her girlfriends, partners, or even married family members in her own family. She enjoys seeing how far she can push the envelope. She has no respect or regard for the relationships of other people, and if she can drive a wedge in between the intimate relationships of other people that she knows, she's going to do that without a second thought. Remember, this is a woman without a conscience. So nothing and no one is off limits to her. She is addicted to attention, whether that be positive attention or negative attention. She is a troublemaker, and there will be chaos and drama everywhere she goes. Next, and this part is very disturbing, but this is a woman who can and will gain pleasure and satisfaction from the suffering of other people, especially if she believes someone has crossed her or disrespected her. Furthermore, many times this woman will try and manufacture pain and distress in the lives of others, causing them suffering. You have to remember this woman is sadistic. She does not possess a conscience, as I mentioned, and she enjoys the control and power she feels from her ability to destroy the lives of others. She will use both covert and overt abuse and manipulation tactics to achieve this goal. Most times, she will achieve these goals by implementing a nasty smear campaign against the person she has in her crosshairs, making up disgusting and humiliating lies about that person. And the more disturbing the lies she spews, the better in her opinion. This woman is ruthless in every sense of the word, and sabotaging the lives of other people is sheer entertainment to her. Another common sign of this extremely dangerous woman is many of her behaviors may very well be considered criminal. People with antisocial personality disorder have a blatant disregard for the laws of the land, for boundaries, and for things that are considered socially honorable. They have no respect or regard for any of those things. They believe that they are above those things and that the rules of life do not apply to someone like her. So many times she will be scamming people out of money, lying or using other people's identity to get credit cards or loans. She may vandalize someone's home. I have heard story after story about the vandalization of my clients' homes who have decided to end the relationship with one of these women. And unfortunately, in cases where she feels that one of her intimate partners is onto her and what she is, or if she feels betrayed or threatened by an intimate partner, it's not unheard of for her to make up absolute lies, suggesting that her partner is a violent physical abuser, and even put self-inflicted bruises on herself, then contacting the police to have her partner arrested or filing for a restraining order claiming domestic abuse. I have even heard stories about this type of woman calling Child Protective Services on someone she is fixated on destroying, claiming this person is a child abuser. I'm not joking either. Then usually the victim's children are removed from the care of their parent based on the lies of this sociopathic woman. So if you are involved with this type of woman, this is as serious can be. Nothing, absolutely nothing is off limits to this type of female. So what should you do if you discover this type of woman is involved in your life in some capacity, whether it be an intimate partner, a friend, a coworker, a boss, or even a neighbor? First, you do not under any circumstances want to alert them that you have figured them out. That would be a huge mistake and will pretty much guarantee that she will target you seeking revenge. So please don't do that. Try to back away slowly. Sometimes it can be beneficial to implement the gray rock method. Become boring. Start to slowly withhold the narcissistic supply she was getting from you. Try to figure out what exactly about you is it that she's envious of, and try to take steps to remove those things from your life if possible so that she loses interest. The goal should always be to establish no contact. However, if you implement no contact too fast, she will likely perceive that as a threat. So this part can be tricky, and if you are really struggling with what to do, reach out to someone who understands these types of people for support, whether that's an educated therapist or a support group or a narcissistic abuse recovery coach like myself. Most of us will need support from someone during this very difficult time. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Well, hello and Merry Christmas, everyone. That was an insight into the world of the dangerous female narcissist, the malignant narcissist. How about that, eh? Isn't that fascinating? That's a Spitfire over there. He's doing some ground attack. I really think awareness of narcissism is something that they ought to teach in school, don't you? But of course they don't. They pretty much completely ignore it. They more or less pretend that it doesn't exist. But of course, as you just heard, it does. So I got a pretty good kill on an FW190. There's lots of players on the server right now. Maybe 50 or something like that. Or was it 30? Wings of Liberty is by far the best server. No question about it. Particularly culturally, it has a better culture than, much better culture than Combat Box. And also a significantly better culture than Finnish server. The cultures on those servers are so politically correct, whereas the culture on this server is just very straightforward, matter of fact, and honest, which I really appreciate. Well, that's the end of that map. Yeah, so, well, we're going to continue on. If I can, I'll continue to fly the Yak 7. Pretty late at night where I am. It's about 2 o'clock. Let me check my watch. Past 2 o'clock, I think. And just think, 2024 is just around the corner. Are you as pumped as I am? Are you as excited as I am for 2024? My watch says that it's 2:37 a.m. That's pretty late, isn't it? And what is today? 26, Boxing Day. I'm going to town tomorrow to pick up some car parts, some brand new spare parts for my car, and I'm going to fix my car. I'm so excited about that. Yak 7. Yeah, I'm taking full fuel again, and we got the lovely Christmas tree right there. That's very nice. I love Christmas trees. Hopefully the player numbers are going to continue to be high. I'm sure they will. Yeah, so this is the Yak 7. I'm really liking this plane now. It's quite maneuverable and so on. There's a couple of IL-2s. One of them needs to open the radiator. There we go. Yeah, so yeah. Happy Merry Christmas. Almost 2024. I think 2024 is going to be great, me personally. We've got more planes up there. Looks like a big armada of planes. 5 planes at least is going to be attacking the same or a similar target, and then I'm number 6, I guess. They're all bombers as well, no fighter escort except for myself. Yeah, I'm liking my rudder pedals, it's just they're a little bit stuck. So I need them to be just moving very smoothly. And so that's one thing that I need to fix somehow. I'll probably put some graphite powder onto them, which is a dry lubricant. So instead of using oil, which is a wet lubricant, you can use graphite powder. The same stuff on a lead pencil, and it's a dry lubricant. And I could put that on the runners on the rudder pedals, and that'd fix them, I think. I hope. I mean, it's not such a big deal, but it's not so good. Where are these guys going, would you say? Maybe the tank? Maybe the airfield? What's he up to? Why are you diving like that? Did he see me and freak out and think that I was a Fokker Wolf? Or a Messerschmitt? I hope not. He's rejoined. Good. Just below me. Yeah, I think he freaked out and thought that I was an enemy. I mean, a yak doesn't look anything like an enemy, does it? Alright, we're almost at the tanks. The Sturmoviks have found the tanks, and they're very potent ground attackers. Boom, boom, boom. They're really attacking everything. And remember, there's another few of them coming out here too, possibly to this target or another one. Probably this one. I mean, everything down there, all those tanks, all those milliards of Reichsmarks are being destroyed. Milliards of Reichsmarks worth of tanks are being destroyed with accurate rocket fire. Pretty impressive, isn't it? I better guard the skies. What's that? There's another fighter up there. It's one of ours though. And there's flak. He's up in the cloud. It's funny that I think it was a P-39. It just disappeared. There we go. Tank column destroyed. That's how it's done. That's textbook. That's exactly how it's done. Otherwise, if it's just one plane by itself, it can take all night to, it can take 2 hours to get it done. But if you got a number of expert planes, I think that was just 3, then it's done. Are they going to go back to base or what? Hey, what's this? Two 109s at the cloud level. They're both higher than I am. So, and there's some flak there too. This is interesting. Going after a yak. Let's get in there and intervene. Needs to get higher though. Alright, I'm shot up a fair bit, so I'm going to go back to base. Turn around and go 90. Holy moly, look at that. Savaged by a bear. Mauled by a bear. Got to go 90 degrees. Got to calm down this engine, it's overheating so badly. I don't think I can calm the engine. Ah yes, there we go. Well, like I took out one of them at least, so kill. Still got a bit of ammo left, but the plane's in no shape to fight. There is an attack going on over there, but our guys are attacking the ground. They're attacking an airfield. Hey, I'm off course here. Go and join in, because I do have some ammo, but I'm just like, I'm going to overheat if I don't watch out, so got to get back to an airfield straight away. Cross the front line, get into our front lines, get onto an airfield, land, that sort of thing. And don't get shot down by a 109 as well. Golly gosh, and it's taking me ages to get onto 90, and I don't want 90 now, I want more like 130. Plane over there. So I'm headed for Tatianka. So that was a good bit of action, wasn't it? And there's fighting going on back there, I would say. A bit of space warping. Yeah, I think there's a dogfight going on there. Will I make it back to base with the plane so damaged? Keep it at 3/4 power. I don't know if this, might be a mistake. I don't know. I want to get there in time though. And there's a plane over there as well. What is it up to? Huge soot trail on it. I wonder if it's a Dora. Probably not this early in the war. Well, I've just crossed the front line. So that's something good. At least I won't be captured. You don't want to be captured, bloody hell. World War II got so crazy, like the conditions for captured Soviet prisoners of war in German captivity were extremely bad. They were overcrowded, they were packed, there was millions of them, not much space or food or water for them, that sort of thing, or accommodation. But it got crazy because some of them were offered jobs as the war was deteriorating in, of all things, the elite army special forces, the Waffen-SS. So you had Soviet prisoners of war given a uniform and a gun and a helmet, and were fighting as, I don't know what you call them, foreign volunteers in the Waffen-SS, fighting against the Russians as SS on the German side. Russians fighting Russians in the SS uniform. I mean, that's how crazy it got in World War II. at that stage, what did it mean to be in the SS? I think it basically meant drive in the back of a truck to the front where there's a hole in the front that needs to be patched, jump out, the tailgate lowers, jump out the back of the truck, run forward into a hail of gunfire with your machine gun at your hip, firing from the hip. That was basically it. That was the job of the SS. So hugely bad attrition rates, hugely bad wounds in combat. We're nearly back to the airfield where I took off from. It's a miracle. Hopefully this engine holds out. Plane seems a bit shaky, a bit wobbly. Hopefully this engine holds out. I got across the Don River so far. Sorry, the what's this one called? The Volga River. Okay, let's land. If I have the use of both flaps, we'll find out. Seems like I probably do. Turning to the right, but I've got left rudder because the plane is just so wrecked it wants to tilt to the left. And it's been that way since ages ago. It's not because I lowered the flaps. You got to be real sensitive to what's happening when you lower the flaps when you've got damaged wings, because if one of the flaps doesn't lower but one of them does, your wings are going to go asymmetric and then you're going to roll and you just be totally screwed. I'm at about 180 kilometers an hour. This plane stalls out in landing configuration with undamaged wings, mind you, at about 140 kilometers an hour. Very good landing, especially considering I had such a damaged aircraft. I do have some skills these days. Alright, so do I want that much? Yeah, I think it was pretty useful to have that much fuel, so take that again. So I'll go from here, probably go out to that airfield. Seems to be where everyone's going to. Oh, we got a siren. I can see, I just opened up the chat, I can see some comments in the chat there. By the way, you guys can do super chats and super thanks during live streams and after live streams. Any tip is much appreciated. See the flak guns are firing up in the air. But where, that's the question. Maybe he's not here anymore, transited. Trying to be somewhat vigilant right now before I just go cross country. You know, if there was an enemy, that could be lurking anyway. Let's go, let's get out of here. He's destroyed one of our positions up here, but they've got that there. We've got that and that and that. They've got that. Who's winning? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've got 1, 2, 3. Anything back here? No. So are we winning? I think so. RIP. Your tracker R is really nice, mine sucks. Oh yeah? Yeah, I guess it's okay. Except when the sunlight comes in the morning, then it's problematic. Mine is not even tracker R, it's just a camera. Oh, okay. You got like a substitute for a tracker R. I've heard they can be good, so. Sandro Romero, Yak 3 or Yak 7, which was better? I never flown the Yak 3, so I'm not familiar with it. I don't know. I'm gonna say the Yak 3 though, because the Yak 7 is a trainer, and the Yak 3 was probably pretty good, because the Yak 1B was very good. I'll go out to this enemy airfield. Hopefully there's some fighting to be had there. Hopefully our attackers are still attacking. We have ships up there that are getting attacked. That's one thing. He just finished them off as well. Excellent. I'll just do a flyby kind of thing, and then I'll go over to protect our ships. What's that? That was a yak. Alright, good. I think the yak finished it off. Nice. I guess that 6 was for me. Maybe not, because the other guy's not defending at all. One of them is destroyed back there. Maybe I'll be able to make it back to base. I think the 109 that was on my tail got shot down. No, not sure though. Well, that was a bit of a downer. How quickly can I get back to base? Pretty quickly, I think, as long as the engine holds out. I'll keep it at 70% again. Pilot's damaged as well as the aircraft. Is auto level going to work? Looks like it. Fast Jimmy, g'day mate, love the title. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And it's a good video too that I played at the beginning of it. You could hear the audio of it. Froggy coming over.
Froggy coming over, that is a froggy over.
Travelling at a snail's pace with this damaged aircraft. Hopefully I'll be able to just fly straight in and land. Plane feels very unsteady, like it wants to tip, like it wants to roll over. It's excruciatingly slow trying to inch forward to the base. To make matters worse, there's an enemy at the base. Alright, what's my speed? I need to get my speed down. Oh, that's pretty good, it's the 300. I pretty much want a straight in approach. I'm going to try and gain some altitude. Gain some altitude, and so I can see what I'm doing. The engine's not too happy. We might have a stall here for a sec. The engine might stall out of me. Good job, says Lud. Thank you, Lud. Alright, let's get straight out there again. And so that's gone. What about our ships? I think our ships are gone. That's not good. But we've still got 3 and they've got 2, so perhaps I'll just take off here and just go to there. Anyone got any extra special plans for next year? Personally, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind leaving Australia and going to America and Europe. That's really what I want to do. Oh no, have we lost? No, still got 3. I thought we lost one, but no we didn't. Still got 3. Shit! Sorry guys. Oh no. I looked at the screen to see what was written down. Belarus. Belarus. You're in Belarus or you going? It sounds like you're going to Belarus. That'd be quite interesting. Alright, I promise I won't crash again. Great takeoff. Then I got distracted. Ah, breaking my balls, man. Airfield conditions changed. I'll try and go from here. Head straight for their tank column, I think. Gear hub. I did the same thing the other day. Got a kill, checked map, was in a tree when I came out. I do it. I don't do it all the time, but I do it periodically. But heck, it's like 3 AM where I am right now, so. You know, you have the most awake and energized part of your day, depending on, and for me, it's definitely not now. It's, I don't know what it is, but it's some other time. Maybe 6 PM or something. You know what? Towards the end of... Hey, what's that? Towards the end of World War II, maybe and even in 1946 or 47, the Soviets, they got a plane just like this, and they took the petrol engine out of it, like the piston engine. They just took it out of there, and then they stuck a jet engine on the front somehow. And they had like a jet engine fighter plane that was one of these. They just took the piston engine out the front, took it off, and stuck a jet on the front. So obviously the weight and balance would have been completely screwed up from doing that, because a jet engine doesn't weigh anywhere near as much as a piston engine. In a jet, the fuel is the heavy part and the engine is the light part. In a piston engine, the engine is the heavy part and the fuel is also heavy, but not as heavy. Jet uses so much fuel, so it carries so much fuel, so much heaviness. But the engine itself, jet engines, they don't weigh anything. They're just like hollow tubes, and they're so light compared to piston engines. So when you take out a huge weight at the front and you put in a lighter weight in a plane like this, it screws up the weight and balance. But yeah, that was an interesting stopgap measure for a fighter jet. Might have been pretty interesting to fly. I think they kind of embedded the jet under the fuselage at the front. Looked very strange, but you could tell that it probably would have worked to some extent. Heck, maybe the Germans should have done that with the Messerschmitt Bf109. Just don't put in the Daimler Benz and just stick a BMW, whatever it's called, Jamu 003 or whatever, engine in the front, like the jet engine. Alright, so we just basically won it. I hope I'm going to get somewhere in time for combat. Like 50 plus players on here. That's heaps. Clean society and women, cheap real estate in Belarus. Nice. I've always wanted to go up and see what is now Poland and what is now Kaliningrad, which used to be Prussia, and to see what's left of Prussia, old Prussia. I think that'd be like on the Baltic coast. That'd be super interesting. I think Poland sounds quite exciting to me. It seems like it's still consciously retaining some of its traditionalism that Australia has just thrown out with the bathwater. Alright, our position over here, there's one plane over the top of it. What could it be? Is it an enemy? There's two planes there. What could they be though? Have about 4 minutes till the map finishes, and we've got some planes up here. Probably they're attackers attacking our position up here. Ends in a draw. Oh, come on, man! Just when I'm about to get some combat. Gear Hub. I think the player base for IL-2 has been dropping some. 50 plus is a strong turnout now. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, the player base dropping, it's this whole thing. I've spoken on it extensively. I've written articles on it. I've written letters to the executive producer and to the boss of 1CGS. I've spoken to them all and they all ignore me, so... I mean, I've got solutions that actually work, but generally speaking, they don't listen. Or if they listen, they wait for a year and then they implement my suggestions, which are then very successful. But then they try and pass them off as their own, which I don't even care. Like, I don't want credit, I just want things fixed up, you know. Good luck getting anywhere with them. Yeah, tell me about it. Alright, I think I've got enough awakenedness for one more flight. I really want to get some bloody combat. This is quite a dispersed looking map. Yak 7. Wow, this is dispersed. Oh, I remember this one with this like railroad here with all these here. One time I was taking off from here in the Ju-88, flying down to here, and I was dropping on like 3 of these at a time, maybe 4, like at high altitude, drop, 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 and then turn around and then fly back. It was pretty good fun. I destroyed all of those that way. You'd think this plane had a heater, wouldn't you? But I'm fully prepared for it to not have a heater. I can just imagine the Soviets not putting a heater in their aircraft. But having said that, you got that huge engine producing like what, 1400 horsepower or something. So some of the heat of that couldn't avoid getting into the cockpit. So maybe there was a heater, a de facto heater, like just all that engine heat. You turn the heater on by shutting the radiator. Heat the engine up. What does he mean? His switch is ghosting. I don't know what he's talking about. Please pray tell. Oh my God. His throttle switch is ghosting in his Cytec X56. I don't know what he means by ghosting. As I've got a water fight. I think I just had one of those awkward English-French conversations. But hey, heck, I mean, I seriously don't know what he means by, and I'm pretty good at interpreting what he's saying. I know what an X56 is, that's a Cytec. But what did he mean by his switch is, what do you mean by your switch is ghosting, for goodness sakes? That could mean a million different things. Ah, there's the enemy tanks. Pretty dramatic. Brum, brum, brum. With their exhausts plumage going up in the air. Fairly easy to get spotted in this kind of conditions, with the white background and the clear sky. Wait, hang on, we have a question about the gin. Fast Jimmy, did you get hangover from the gin? No, I didn't get hangover from the gin at all. Probably, I don't know why. I drank a bit the day before, and then I drank most of it yesterday, but I drank it throughout the day. Maybe it was good gin, I don't know. I mean, enemy could be attacking anywhere. They probably, my intuition says they're actually attacking in the north or the south. And I'm in the center. 2 or 3 minutes ago, the enemy's attacked in the centre. Let's just go and have a look then. Ah, there's a plane, and it's got flak on it too. It's attacking the enemy airbase, I think. Wing came off. I think it's a yak. There's another yak. I better watch out. I'm getting kind of in the danger zone here. Need some IL-2s to attack that base. Alright, so there is some action in the centre. But not too much just yet. Well, heck, there's a lot of players on here, so I'd expect to be seeing them somewhere. Maybe they are off in the flanks, the south and the north. Plane back there, probably one of ours again, getting shot at by the airfield. Seems to be very high up. And that's one of ours. And what's that? The bloody 410. I think that was a 410. If I can just find it again. It's hit the bloody bridge. And something there, maybe. So there he is, shooting at me as we go. This is going to be tough. There's a 109. I better take it. I'd prefer to take it than the 410 actually, because the 410's deadly. So I don't think this 109's seen me. Alright, I just set the microphone to always on so I can narrate this. So we had the 410 up ahead. And the 109 just here. Unless he slows down, I won't catch him. And the 410 up there. There was something chasing the 410. Not having much luck catching the 109 so far. I figure if I just fly a straight line and if he's zooming up and down, I'll probably catch him, but it's a little bit faster than me. Where are they? They just vanished. I've just lost them. There's something there. Is that the 410? That's an 88. Alright, I got a kill. That's an interesting deviation. Chasing a 109 and a 410, suddenly there's an 88. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that? Parachute. I'm way in the middle of enemy territory here. Just a Ju-88 out of nowhere. What do we got in the chat here? Jimmy, did you get hangover on the gin? Ah, yes, I remember that question. Get in there, Froggy. That's an order. Copy. Well, I got the 88. Gear Hub, target of opportunity, as they say. Yeah, exactly. Fast Jimmy, full kamikaze. There's a plane or two over there. Let's go and have a look. What's on the 6? Alright, our bridges are shooting at something. There's about 2 or 3 planes up there. What's that? That's an A20, and it's shooting at the enemy base, and that is a 109 probably. Let's get it. Chasing the A20. Oh no, there's two 109s there. My chances aren't that good. Let's just go anyway. I knew that was going to be tough. Two of them. I perhaps should have just, like, once I'd hit the first one a bit, I should have just peeled off and tried to get the second one, because the first one was pretty wrecked. Right, so that's the end of the stream. So thank you very much for coming along. Once again, Merry Christmas. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'd love to stay for another hour or two, because obviously things are just totting up. But I've got hard limitations on how long I can stay for, and bumping up against that limitation now, so I've got to go, got to disengage. So yeah, thanks everyone, and don't forget to do super chats and super thanks and things like that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up and so on.